I'm nervous now, girl. This is pressure. Big pressure.
We're putting Karamo on the spot and getting inspired by his words of wisdom. And we've got the stories that define the week on People in 10. I'm Makonjovu, bringing you everything you need to know about pop culture right now. 10 minutes are on the clock, so let's get to it with the first 5. Starting with the post that you've been loving this week. Lizzo took home Record of the Year at Sunday's Grammys, along with some selfie souvenirs. First, she got real cozy with her award, then struck a silly pose with Harry Styles. And talk about timing, she and Adele were all smiles as Beyoncé made history in the background with her 32nd Grammy win. Meanwhile, Steve Lacy had both Queen Bee and Taylor Swift on their feet for his performance of Bad Habit. During the song, Taylor was also spotted saying hi to Harry, who she dated back in 2013. And some non-Grammy updates, ex-quarterback Tom Brady settled to bed, posing in just his underwear and asking friends Julian Edelman and Rob Gronkowski if he did it right. We have no notes, while Maria Menounos is grateful for all the love from her fans and famous friends after revealing she and her husband are expecting their first child. Moving on to this week's People cover story, which reveals why Prince William and Princess Kate are under pressure ahead of King Charles's coronation.
The coronation ceremony is meant to be a joyful moment, but a royal insider says that Prince Harry's memoir, Spare, is casting a massive shadow over the occasion.
And despite the king wanting his younger son back in the family and at his coronation, Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle, haven't been invited yet.
A source close to the royal household explains, if they don't sort it out, it will always be part of the king's reign. The source says it is such a momentous occasion for Charles, and he would want his son to be at the coronation to witness it.
But it's his older son, William, who's most upset.
Royal correspondent Valentine Lowe tells People that William has felt the full brunt of the book more harshly than his father. And one source speculates that William won't back down, so now it's about whether he can move beyond it and accept that he and his father view the situation differently.
Still, William is forging ahead with royal duties, with his wife by his side.
Princess Kate has remained tight-lipped in the aftermath of Spare, which portrayed her as cold towards Harry and Meghan. However, a family friend says she's no shrinking violet. The friend adds, she's a tough woman. It is wonderful that William has Kate by his side to rely on.
Next up, a story you've been following closely on People.com. Jazz Jennings is doing the dating dance literally.
In a new episode of I Am Jazz, we see the 22-year-old going on a double date, her first in 4 years.
There, the transgender activist took part in a private dance lesson.
You just want to get a little groovy, you know? Okay. I'm leaving my crown on. This crown is staying on.
Her date then grabbed Jazz's arm, trying to get her onto the dance floor while telling her he didn't know why she was so nervous.
Hearing Dayron say I seem nervous kind of takes me off guard because now I just feel uncomfortable because I feel like I'm projecting negative emotions that I don't want to be projecting.
So when the instructor suggested a drinks break, Jazz gratefully accepted.
It'll be fun to see how it all plays out this season. Jazz previously told People that questions about her love life will be answered, so we'll have to tune in for more.
Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher are bringing the rom-com back in Netflix's Your Place or Mine.
20 years of friendship. Can you believe it?
How do you still speak to me?
And though Reese is longtime friends with Ashton's wife, Mila Kunis, the co-stars needed a little help from technology to build their own chemistry.
I think I called you and I was like, I'm a little worried that we don't know each other very well. And we're supposed to be best friends for 20 years. So we started sending videos to each other.
Yeah, just like back and forth.
Like 30 seconds.
Yeah, like this, what's your day look like?
I did have to say after 2 or 3 videos, you're gonna have to ask me a question.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Because I was like trying to figure out what was happening here. It wasn't like you.
Was it weird?
Yeah, no, because you didn't explicitly say, I'm gonna start sending you videos.
I didn't? I think I did.
No, you didn't. You just started sending them.
No, I definitely explained it in the first video. Maybe you missed it. Yes, I did.
Well, then I missed it.
Okay.
Meanwhile, BFFs and trailblazing NFL reporters Erin Andrews and Carissa Thompson are gearing up for the big game, Super Bowl 57, this Sunday.
It's really cool. It's very refreshing in an industry that is so competitive and really cutthroat, especially with women.
It's a lot when we're together, but in a good way. We get very excited to be together because he's working at games and I'm here, so It's fun to come back. It's fun to do shoots here together.
This week, we're continuing to spotlight acts of kindness happening every day in every community. Brought to you by Starbucks. 16-year-old Elle Gianelli loves wearing silly socks. So the teen started Socks for Seniors to raise money for bright patterned socks, which she delivers with thoughtful notes to those in assisted living facilities.
We got some fun little colorful ice creams, some bananas.
Back in 2020, amid the pandemic, Elle was concerned about how residents were doing without activities or visitors. So to cheer them up, she began sprinkling packages locally around her hometown of Stockton, California. She's now reached facilities in 40 states and won't stop till she hits all 50. Go Elle! And James Warren is changing the world, one bench at a time. The 28-year-old is putting his carpentry skills to work to improve seatless bus stops in Denver, Colorado. He builds the benches from scrap wood he finds in dumpsters, then writes "Be kind" across each seat. His goal, to make people's rides just a little bit easier and their lives just a little bit better. Love that. Now let's move on to some screen time. I'm so excited to be joined by Karamo, whose new talk show, Karamo, premiered this fall nationally.
The concept of the Karamo show is the mixture of fun, but also being able to make sure that people get a resolution.
So good to have you here. All right, so I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. For question number 1, you'll give me 1 answer. Question number 2, you'll give me 2 answers, and so on and so forth. Are you ready to get started?
I am ready. I'm nervous now, girl. This is pressure. This pressure.
I love how busy you are. Doing a Queer Eye, being an activist, being a publisher, being a father. It's so inspirational. And now you get to meet a lot of celebrities. Who is the one celebrity that has just blown you away?
Ryan Reynolds. He was very nice. We did a little Twitter exchange, and he's a very sweet man. He's amazing.
And what about any shows that you're binge watching? Is there a show that you're loving right now?
The Last of Us. I literally was like, I don't know about episode 1, episode 2. I was like, this is cute. Episode 3, I was bawling. I'm excited about The Last of Us. It's just one of the best.
You were the first openly gay Black man to be cast in a reality show, and that really changed the culture in an amazing way. There are a lot of people watching that look up to you. If someone is watching and they're struggling to be themselves right now, what 2 pieces of advice do you have for them?
I would say, first of all, comparison is the thief of joy. So don't compare yourself to other people. And then the second thing would be have patience with yourself. We give so much patience to everyone else and give so much grace to everyone else. But I think sometimes through our own lives, we are not patient with our own journey. And we forget, like, it is okay that if I have this plan in my mind that I'm supposed to be here, it's okay if I'm patient and just take the time to get where I need to go versus beating ourselves up.
Let's talk about what's in and what's out in the culture right now. What are 3 things that are in right now?
Okay, what's in is setting boundaries. What's in is loving yourself. And what else is in is not turning red flags green. Ooh. Come on, because a lot of y'all doing it. They be over there turning red flags green. They see it coming to them. They know this is dangerous, but they're like, let me try to see if I can change it. So that's what's in. Okay, what's out, self-doubt. What's out is having people in your life who you know are dragging you down, but yet you still allow them to be in your life. And what's out as well is not believing in ourselves.
Okay, I'm obsessed with Queer Eye. What are 4 times where the gang has inspired you?
Well, I'll tell you recently, Tan, his fatherhood journey is just amazing to me. Even though his child is a baby, the fact that he continues to just be such a supportive and a great dad, that's who he is as a human being. It just always reminds me to keep evaluating myself as a father. When it comes to Anthony, his love story with his partner, Kevin, and them getting engaged, it just inspires me to know that, like, I need to continue checking in with my partner, Carlos, making sure that we're finding, our love, making sure that we're on the same page. Because, instead of looking at his love of like, oh, great for them, I look at it as like, great encouragement. I got to keep going and making sure that my relationship keeps getting stronger and stronger. When it comes to Bobby, his work ethic right now is off the chain. he just literally is killing it with like buying properties and doing these things. And it keeps making me say to myself, what is next for me? How can I keep upping my game? How can I keep pushing myself to do more and be better? And then when it comes to Jonathan, one of my greatest things with him is that he always reminds me to find joy in every single day. And I think sometimes as career people, we forget that even in those moments, we should be finding joy.
I was snooping on your Instagram page and I saw that you took a photo with Oprah, and I feel like she's just the hype when it comes to talk shows. She is the queen. Did she impart any words of wisdom? Did you tell her about this new venture, your amazing talk show that you're doing? What was that experience like?
Actually, the person who imparts more wisdom, who I think is amazing. You know, I love Oprah and I respect her so much. But yeah, y'all, we be sleeping on Auntie Gail. Gail King has been a support and a voice to me, and I am so thankful for that woman.
And finally, describe your talk show in 5 words.
Energetic, joyous, emotional, fiery, and then I would say breakthrough.
We can all learn from what happened here, not just you, Allie, not just Chef P, but most importantly, myself.
Karamo, thank you so much for joining me. Now everyone, be sure to check your local listings and tune into Karamo weekdays. All right, time's up. We'll see you back here next Thursday.